You ever have a project that you just feel is going to be an absolute disaster, and you do it anyway? Yeah, that was this week. Last week we set out to create a modular, stackable ceramic piece. This week we kept going. The only problem? I've never made anything like it in my life. This is what we're working on this week. I know, my sketching skills are amazing. First, we need materials. Let's go! I figured the best way I was going to pull this off was by making a plaster mold. So, I made a cross-country trip to Laguna Clay Company and got what I needed. Next stop, home to pot. Once all the materials were in hand, it was time to get started. Honestly though, I had no idea what I was doing. What you should know is that I have never made any of these things before, so yeah, this could go either way. First up, coddle boards. They were going to hold the actual mold together. Okay, quick confession time. I have always been insecure about my being handy. I never really built stuff as a kid. My dad passed away when I was young, and my mom, well, let's just say I was spoiled in the hands-on skills department. But the best way to overcome an insecurity is to tackle it head-on. They're a little bit shoddy, they're not perfect, but pretty happy with that. 90% of the things that I do in the studio, I have absolutely no idea how to do. Just go after something even if you're afraid of it. You might just surprise yourself. Inspiring, isn't it? Next, making the prototype. Alright, let's freaking do this thing, man! That actually went surprisingly well. Not perfect, but they don't have to be perfect. They're just prototypes. All in all, happy. So far, so good. Night. As good as it went, that was gonna be the easiest part of this whole thing. Welcome back. Okay, it's time to make the molds. I unwrapped these guys earlier. They're still a bit wet, so we're gonna have to take some more drastic measures. Once everything was trimmed up, I combined them into the first Totem prototype. Then came the real challenge. I'm really quite nervous, guys. To make the first half of the mold, I had to set the boards in place, and already, I was confused. Told you I didn't know what I was doing. Still, I got through it. Time to move on to the plaster. Put our reading glasses on, shove them up there, and get calculating. The lack of sleep was definitely making me delirious. Has anyone called the doctor? Jokes are getting worse. Jokes are getting worse. Come on, little baby. Soothe yourself to sleep. So, soon everything was ready, and all I had to do now was not screw it up. Okay, no truth. Fuck! I haven't made enough. Too much to ask. Nutsack. Panic or plaster. Fuck. Setting. Fuck. What did we say yesterday about putting yourself in uncomfortable situations and surprising yourself? Well, today I did surprise myself. I surprised myself at how stupid I am. Some time passed and the self-loathing subsided, so I unveiled the mold. Only to find another setback. Well, it warped it a lot. I don't know what to do. Should I cast the other side even though the piece is warped and deranged? Or should I cut my losses and move on? In that moment, I seriously thought about quitting, but then I remembered something. I know, bitch. Maybe just stupid, but no bitch. Sometimes you just have to push through, even with all your dignity gone. Because what else are you gonna do? Turns out, despite everything, I still couldn't calculate plaster properly. I did it again! Absolutely outrageous. Even so, the job got done. For now. Oh god. was something. At the very least, we didn't give up and just quit, so that's good. Gotta look at the positives, right? The next day it was time to keep pushing. We survived the night. Let's see what's going on with this thing. Look at these puppies. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna have to let these guys dry. So... A few moments later... We're back! It's been a couple of days, the molds are now dry. They're not really that dry actually, they're still pretty wet, but I cannot be bothered to keep waiting. Let's see how the slip is doing. I tried making some casting slip the day before, never done it. Again, no idea what I was doing. And that became apparent. I don't fucking understand why. The hardest part was getting the consistency right. I watched tutorials, read forums, all of them made it sound very simple. It wasn't. The measurements were confusing, it just wasn't clicking. Eventually, I did what I do best. We're just gonna wing this. There's something freeing about that. Sure, it might not be perfect, but you know, sometimes going with your gut is better than overthinking every single step and wasting hours just trying to get it right. With the slip looking good enough, I poured it into the mold. And then began the slow unraveling of my sanity. And we wait. I have no problem working hard. What I hate more than anything is wanting to work on something but having to wait to do it. It's been like 2 hours now, and the piece in the mold is still entirely wet. It's just annoying. Literally watching paint dry. The combination of the mold not being fully ready and the slip not being quite right meant the piece just wasn't drying out. Come on now, man. It's still fucking wet. So I waited. And waited. Eventually I just decided that enough was enough and I cracked the mold open, even though the piece was still a bit wet. Why would you grab it there? Unloading it in that state was risky, but I managed to get it out. She is wet. What do I do? Looked a little worse for wear, but it was something. The problem with clay is you can only bend the rules so far. It's so wet. So it was back to waiting. I thought I could get this done today, but who am I to think that that could possibly happen? Finally, the time came to finish everything up. This week pushed every single one of my buttons. I questioned everything, I overthought every single step. I tried to rush the process, only to get smacked by the same lesson over and over again. I am not in control, and things are going to take as long as they need to. And sometimes, even when you try your hardest, progress means just ending up with one slightly sad, misshapen thing. And somehow, that still counts. It's wonky and warped and marked up and it's cracking in certain spots, but it's a start. It's hard not to be a little bit disappointed at what I managed to achieve. I had this weird notion that I was going to make an entire totem pole in this video, which seems completely absurd now. At the end of the day, we made something that we've never done before. We'll be doing more of this next week. Hopefully we will actually eventually get to the totem pole. But until then, my friends, it's been a pleasure. I hope you guys stay safe. I hope you stay dirty.